What's going on, you guys? It's me, Kev, bringing you another Cronus Zen tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be going over the Destiny 2 Gamepack. You see right there, I already dragged and dropped the third slot. Let's just jump straight into it. You guys been asking for it. Boom. Now match. The two oranges must match in game. This is like if you're playing flipped or whatever settings you are, please match it here in game. I'm going to be going along with default. I've changed nothing in the settings. I'm starting over brand new and with a brand new character, just straight from scratch. So you can follow along. This is for the educational purposes only, for tutorial for you. This is not like something that you can just copy and think is going to work for you. To each his own when it comes to these mods and these settings. So implement your own style, implement your own settings, right? But the right way. I only show the right way to go about these settings and these game packs. Let's go. Active fire mod. This is pretty much rapid fire. You got three versions: adjustable, which I'm going to be going over in this video. Enter value below. I'll get to that. Dynamic rapid fire. Speed set amount of trigger pull. So that's depending on how hard or how far you pull down on your trigger. The harder you pull down, the more faster it's going to go. And burst fire only applies to fully automatic weapons, SMGs and ARs. But right now we're going to be going with the default, which is just a regular adjustable rapid fire, which I find the best out of the three. And this is the rapid fire rounds per second. It caps out at 25. You can bring it down, but the less you go, the more slow it's going to be. So I advise just leaving it at 25. It works for semi-automatic weapons, shotguns, pistols, rifles, anything that's a single fire pretty much. And this is the activator for this mod. For example, it activates on fire when you ADS in fire or fire only. Pretty much self-explanatory, so just have it right here in default. The first one works fine on fire, activates on fire. So pretty much once you shoot. Anti-recoil enabled. Anti-recoil power adjustable. This number is going to vary from gun to gun. Every gun is different. Every gun's recoil pattern is going to be completely different. You got to test in game, and I'm going to show you in game how to do so. If you got a favorite gun, a favorite AR, SMG, whatever, you test it in game and write down that number if you have to. You know, drill it in your brain, remember it, save it, whatever. I'm going to show you how to activate and how to adjust your recoil in the game. It's just straight from the Zen. It makes it pretty much easier using the LED screen. Aim assist and input device. You have controller and mouse, whichever one you are playing with. Controller. I have made a previous video of how to use the Zen with mouse and keyboard, so you can check that video out. And then if you are using mouse and keyboard, you want to put the mouse here. I am using controller. I'm playing with controller. Aim assist strength. Leave at 26. I believe the default is 26 or 21. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's subject to change. That's irrelevant because everyone's going to have their own preference when it comes to the aim assist strength. The higher you go, the more screen shake you are going to get. Understand that and remember it. Doesn't mean the higher you go, the stronger the aim assist is. I mean, it could be, but it's going to be unnoticeable because the screen shake is going to be ridiculous. And the less you go, the weaker this mod is going to be. So try to keep it anyway between, I would say maybe 16 and 26 or 31. I'm be going over and testing it in game anyway, so I'll just be leaving at 26, and I'll be showing and going over and testing it in game. So if you want to be doing any more testing, you can raise it, lower it if you wish, if you want, because everybody's gonna have their own number. But I believe 26 is just spot on. It's a fairly good number. Active shot mod. We have drop shot, strafe shot, and jump shot. Just straightforward drop shots and drop to the ground. Strafe shot, spring your character left and right while you're ADSing and shooting. Jump shot is gonna jump while you're shooting and ADSing, or either or. These are the activators, so you can have it like when you're ADSing only, when you ADS and fire, and when you fire only. Now ADS fine tuning. I'm not gonna be going over this. Let me explain this, because this mod allows you to fine tune your sensitivity so you can slow it down at moments to have more precision. If you're using the aim assist, I feel that this messes you up, and I have tested it. This messes you up. This is pretty much going to slow down your sensitivity, your analog stick, when you're narrowly missing your target, when you're missing your shots. And once the aim assist starts to kick in, it's going to slow down or increase the sensitivity of your analog stick depending on the number you have here. That could maybe work in your favor, but 9 times out of 10 that I feel, and I'm not gonna BS with you guys, I feel like this can mess you up. But if you want to still test it for yourself, go ahead and do so. For some it might work, for some it may not, but this is kind of a headache. This is kind of like the work of like I would say like in Modern Warfare, they kind of implemented this, and they have like a selection where, you know, for the aim assist, different type of aim assist, like the curve and all that jazz. You guys know. Well, this is kind of sort of similar in a way that it does mess with your sensitivity. It slows down your sensitivity, you know, while you're like ADSing and stuff like that, like as soon as aim assist kicks in. So I would advise you guys to first get your aim assist on point first. Get that number, get that value, that the pinpoint that works for you, that you like. Man, this is good aim assist. I'm gonna keep with this number. Once you set this up, then you could take your time and if you want, you can mess with your sensitivity here with your ADS tuning. But me personally, I wouldn't even advise messing with it because you don't need to. All you really need is the aim assist mod, which is pretty good in Destiny 2 in this game pack. But if you want to explore more, go ahead, to each his own. Now these are the quick basic mods, the quick mods. You got auto melee, that's going to automatically melee for you. All you got to do is hold down the melee button. It's going to constantly keep spamming melee. Auto sprint is just going to obviously sprint for you instead of you holding down L3. Hair triggers is like having trigger stops on your triggers, like that will come with a scuff. Auto reload, while you're firing a weapon and you let go, it's going to automatically fire. It's going to automatically reload. Excuse me. Like once you stop firing a weapon, it's going to automatically reload every time, saying that you still have a clip left, you know, obviously. Easy super is automatically gonna just a press of one button, down in the D-pad is gonna automatically trigger your the super for you. Quick swap, when enabled, this mod will allow you to perform a quick weapon swap by sprint reload. Now if you're a sweat, I would say, and I found that this mod is not useful at all. This can mess you up, and it will mess you up. It will be, you know, swapping between weapons at times when you don't even really want to, and that could mess you up and screw you up. So I advise just leaving this disabled. And block game rumble, for those of you who can't stand rumble and vibrations, leave this enabled. Leave this enabled here if you want to block in-game rumble. But you're going to have to enable, and it's a must. You must enable vibration in game, in any game, when it comes to the Strikepack and Cronus Zen. All these game packs, they revolve around using the controller's vibration for enabling and disabling mods. That's just how it works. But I know a lot of you guys always have questions about how can you play without vibration. This is where you go. And all these game packs for the Zen, all the way at the bottom will be orange, block game rumble, make sure that's enabled. And that's it. Again, like I said in the beginning, this is not like a go-to, like just set this up and follow exactly the way I put, because everybody got their own settings, everybody got their own opinions and their own feelings about things, to each his own. But this is just for a tutorial, just so I could show you how to go about. All right, so close. Don't forget to save, and let's go. Before I begin showing you guys the tutorial, the in-game footage, gameplay, go into options. Make sure in controller, make sure your controller vibration is set to on. It's on. It should be on by default, but if it's not, please make sure it's set to on. I know a lot of you guys hate playing with vibration, but for these game packs and these mods, whether it's the Strikepack or the Zen, it revolves around your controller vibration for enabling and disabling. So please make sure, for the love of God, that your controller vibration is set to on in game. And for those of you who don't like vibration, I already showed you what to do during the game pack. Go all the way down and have disable rumble enabled, so like that you don't feel no kind of vibration whatsoever when using the Zen. Now, don't mind me. This is relatively new. I'm a Destiny 1 OG, so I just decided to start a brand new character. I have no save in this game, and just to break down this game pack and show you guys, and just for a tutorial, basically just for the tutorial purposes only. Now, without further ado, let's go. You see top right corner of your screen, the first mod I'm going to be going over with you guys, and the way you go about navigating the game pack in the first place is LT and options. That'll be left trigger, L2, and options, hold them both for like a second, let them go. You got mod menu and adjustables. You're going to be going over mod menu. The first two you can skip. If you're playing flip, you want to make sure you match your in-game settings on both. And by the way, the way you navigate is the directional button, so up, down, left, right. Going down to fire mod. This is rapid fire. I'm going to be going to rapid fire adjustable. Now, press circle to save. Now, I know I have this gun in my hand, and this gun is a burst. Now, I'm going to be switching to my secondary, which is a shotgun, which that involves, you know, pressing constantly on the fire button. So, if I were to switch triangle right now to my shotgun, and I hold down R2, as you can see, it's rapid firing. Pretty much just spamming R2. Now, if I would have, let's say, a pistol or another semi-automatic like rifle, any gun that involves shooting one bullet, one round at a time, is completely adjustable by going into, you know, the settings, going down to adjustables, and right here, the fire mod. Max is at 25, the cap is 25. You will go left and right on the directional pad, the directional buttons. Now, rounds per second, it caps at 25 for this game pack. That's the fastest fire rate possible. The lower you bring it down, the slower it's gonna be. So I would say have it always at max. You're gonna see a huge difference depending on the weapon you have, like pistols and stuff like that. You know, the semi-automatic weapons. It does not work with assault rifles or SMGs whatsoever. For that, you're gonna have to have it on burst. Now, I don't have a fully automatic weapon, and that's for you guys to go on for yourselves and explore. If you have all the guns in the game, test it out. But right now, I'm showing you how to go about and how to show the rapid fire, which, in my opinion, rapid fire like this is the best possible way, the best possible solution. If you have like a shotgun or a pistol as a secondary and all that jazz, because usually you're gonna have an assault rifle or SMG as your primary anyway. Now, the next mod I'm going to be demonstrating going over is the Anti-Recoil Mod. Now, the weapon I have in my hand is an assault rifle, but it's a burst, and it involves just holding down R2 instead of just spamming it, but it is a burst. Now, I'm going to try my best to show you guys how the Anti-Recoil Mod works and what you are going to see. Looking at the top right corner of the screen, holding LT, left trigger and options, going into mod menu, mod mode, go down to Anti-Recoil Mod. Make sure that is enabled. Now, once it is enabled, you're going to want to ADS at a wall and test your recoil in the beginning. So before you're starting a game or whatever have you by yourself, aim at a wall and just test your recoil. I'm going to ADS and shoot. This is again a burst, but look, my recoil went straight down. That was not even me. That is because going into adjustables and going down to anti-recoil, I bring it all the way up to 100, bringing the recoil straight down like crazy. So I did that on purpose to show you guys what it looks like having, you know, at max, and it brings the recoil straight down while holding R2, because anti-recoil works while you're firing, not while you're ADSing. So I'm gonna go down to, let's say, 60. I'm gonna press circle to save it. It is saved. Now I'm ADS to shoot again. And now it still goes down, but slowly this time. So with that being shown, that tells me I need to bring it a little more. Let's say by 10 more, I'll do 50. Test 50. I'm just showing you guys what you need to do to be testing your anti-recoil in this game. ADS and shoot. And that looks a lot better. Look at that. Doesn't even move. Doesn't even move. Almost the whole clip, the whole entire clip, just about doesn't even move. That's you're gonna have to do that with basically every gun in the game, because every gun is different. Just because it's on 60 here, as you can see, going back into adjustables, 50, just because I have a 50 and it works for this specific gun doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work for every gun. You have to do the same thing, adjust, you know, do what you have to do, write down the numbers, so, you know, for your memory and all that jazz. Just make sure you come on here and just test at a wall for each specific weapon or your favorite gun that you are using, and get the recoil number, you know, right before just jumping into a game. So there you have it. That's anti-recoil. Now the next mod is going to involve having to spawn some NPCs. So I'm gonna turn around, run around real quick, see if I spawn some NPCs. But is aim assist. You can see, hope you can see, and bear with me because I know it's kind of hard to see, but show must go on. So the top right screen says aim assist. Controller. Now you're going to want to put your type. They have mouse, they have controller. Obviously, if you're a controller, leave it on controller, and you're going to want to press circle to save it. Now let's go and find some NPCs. Now testing the aim assist, as you can see, it's following the, wait a minute, you too close. Okay, okay, for example, let me see if I can as you can see, as he moved, the aim assist, you see how it's sticking to him? It's trying to stick to him. Doesn't necessarily follow like an aimbot, but it just makes the aim assist that's already in the game a tad bit stronger. It only works obviously if you're ADSing, see, and it follows them. See how it's sticking to him a little bit? Obviously you're not going to be stationary standing there and take, you know, bullet tanking and thinking it's going to follow him and be shooting. Obviously you're going to be aiming as well. you're gonna be aiming at the same time while you're shooting. So just bear that in mind. See how it follows them? I'm not trying to shoot them. I want them to move so I can show you the aim assist. But you guys use the aim assist so you guys can see what I mean. Use this without the other mod because it will mess you up. Aim assist works a lot better without it. Trust me, you'll thank me later. But if you're one of those that like to use it and you feel like it helps you out actually, then by all means go ahead. All these mods are always to each his own. A lot of people have different, mixed feelings, different opinions, different styles, and you just set things to how you see fit. Now the next couple of mods in this game pack I'm going to be going over, well the last couple actually, are is the shot mod. The shot mods, they have drop, strafe, and jump. Drop shot, strafe shot, jump shot. For example, I'm just going to show you probably the first two, drop and strafe. Let's say drop shot. You save it. What is it going to do? You ADS to shoot. Well, it's going to do that too. But it's going to just crouch spam. It's not going to spam crouch. It's just going to crouch automatically. It's going to automatically crouch for you. That's what it's doing. Just when you're ADSing, it's automatically crouching for you. Now, let's try out strafe. What is strafe going to do? Simple. It's going to go left and right. It's going to strafe left and right. I'm ADSing, I'm shooting. I'm not even moving. No analog sticks, and it's strafing left and right. As you can see, strafing left and right. That's pretty okay for like PvP. It's pretty decent. Now, jump straight back into the mods. I'm just going to continue. I'm disabling this for now. Oh yeah, and by the way, the shot mods, they go on depending. You can have it here. So on fire, ADS and fire only, depending on how you have it there. We'll activate that mod. We'll activate the drop shot mod, so on and so forth. Like, let's say if you only want to have drop shot activate, so when you're only firing instead of ADSing, you can do so. Yeah, skipping the ADS tuning because I already explained to you in the beginning. I'm not going to be going over that. If you guys want to do your own testing on that, you can, but be aware that it does kind of sort of interfere with your aim assist. So if I were you, get your aim assist number straight first, work with that, and then mess with the tuning. But if you really don't find yourself tuning that sensitivity, I wouldn't even mess with it at all. But to each his own. Auto melee. Auto melee self-explanatory. Having it enabled, save it. Melee is automatically gonna continue melee. It's gonna continuously melee over and over and over. Once you held down a melee button, whatever melee button is your melee. Auto sprint, self-explanatory, automatically gonna sprint for you. You don't gotta click in the analog stick, it's automatically gonna sprint for you. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Simple, saving the life on the analog stick. Hair triggers, self-explanatory. There's not really a way of showing you guys, but it's pretty much like having trigger stops. It's like having trigger stops on a scuff controller. Auto reload. We got auto reload. Auto reload, have it enabled, is going to automatically reload right after you stop firing. So I'm firing my gun, I'm holding out R2. Once I stop, I let go, it's automatically going to reload. Again, holding it down, letting it go, it automatically reloads. That's auto reload. The easy super mod, it's enabled. You guys already saw it. And in case you missed it, pretty much having it enabled, you just press down on the D-pad and it's going to automatically activate the super for you. Pretty much just one press of a button automatically. Next is quick swap. I already explained in the beginning. During the breakdown of the game pack, is completely unnecessary. I find it, so I wouldn't even waste my time. But if you guys want to enable it and test it out yourselves, you can. Jump shot mod, self-explanatory. They got bunny hop, double jump, and disabled. I'll just leave it disabled because I don't really like to be bunny hopping while ADS shooting or double jump. Just leave it disabled. And last but not least, block rumble. You have it enabled if you want to block the rumble, but remember, make sure that always in game you have settings to vibration on before starting anything. Just remember that. If you want to have it disabled, you come down here to this mod right here, block rumble, and have it enabled, and that will disable mod during the use of the Zen, so you don't got to worry about it. And that's about it. Again, there are 3 adjustables. You got aim assist, anti-recoil, and rapid fire. The 3 most usable mods, I would say, that has the adjustables. So yeah, that's it. You have it. So if this video helped you out, drop your boy a like, subscribe if you're new, check out my other content, and I'm out. Peace.